Bitcoin and Ethereum update. The day is December 9th. It's been about 4 months since I actually posted a video like this. The Bitcoin and Ethereum levels have still not changed from that time frame. So there won't be any significant level updates, but I do want to update you guys on the trend on both Bitcoin and Ethereum now that we're getting a little bit of a rally here, but we are far from out of the woods yet. Very, very far from being out of the woods yet. So I'm just going to share my screen here with you guys. Let me get my trading view open right here. Cool. We got it open. Let me see if I can even zoom it in further for you guys. Nope, that's going to be it. But I am going to hide my watch list to make it easier. So let's look at Bitcoin here. So, for you guys who are newer tuning in, right? There's a very easy, simple trick in the market to determine the trend. Okay. And the trend is when the 8 EMA is above the 34 EMA, the trend is bullish. Okay. When the 8 EMA is below the 34 EMA, the trend is bearish, right? We can see that right here when we have our EMA cross right over here. Here's the EMA cross, right? And the 8 EMA is above. 8 EMA goes under here and under here, right? And we have some sideways movement, right? So that's when you can get caught in the trend. But you see the other cross right here, and the trend lasted for quite some time. And then the same thing again, we had another cross right here, and then the trend lasted all the way up until here, and then it restarted again and went all the way to here, and then so on and so forth, right? So I've been telling you guys for quite some time now that the market does not go straight up like this. Very rarely that it does. It goes up like this, right? Same thing when the market goes down. It does not go straight down like that. The market steps down, steps down. Every time resistance is found at an old support, the market goes lower. So that's what we're seeing here right now on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. Yes, we did rally from 80K up to 94K. But what does this drawing look like, right? Looks like what I just drew. So we could easily reject right here and then continue lower to our moving averages. So I'm going to put the Thanos strategy moving averages on for you guys that know the strategy, right? If there's no more moving averages below you on the daily time frame chart, you can put it onto the weekly time frame chart and then trade the levels down below, right? Like we're doing now. Um, but that will only happen if we reject at that daily 34 EMAs. So what am I looking for as a bullish or bearish trader, right? Here's what I'm looking for to go long. Here's what I'm looking for to go short, right? This is an example of the 34 rejecting and price action going lower. So if we start to get bearish candles that reject at the 34 EMA here, expect price action to go lower once again. However, if we break through the price action and we confirm support on the 34 EMA, then we can start to take longs again in the market. Like I've said many times, if you try to go long on short time frames when the daily is bearish, it's going to work a lot less often. As traders, we are in the game of probabilities. How many factors can we get on our side that will give us a high probability setup? So when we go long on a short time frame chart and the daily is bearish, much less probability of working. Now, if you go long on if you go long on a short time frame chart and the daily is bullish, a lot higher probability of it working. Vice versa, if you're shorting to the downside, if you enter short on a short time frame and the daily is bearish, higher probability of working. If you enter short on a short time frame and the daily is bullish, lower probability of working. So before we go long on Bitcoin, Bitcoin needs to break above this 34 EMA moving average, and then it needs to retrace and confirm on the 34 moving average. That will give us a change of character, a change of trend for us to then continue going higher. Because what can happen if price action breaks above the 34 EMA? If it pulls back and does not hold support, it'll just fall right through and continue making lows. extremely similar to right here, right? This thing just broke out, pulled back, and could not hold. And the 8 EMA did not cross above. So that's your telltale sign of it not working. So not only do you need price action to break above and pull back and hold at the 34 EMA like it did not do here, the 8 EMA also needs to cross above. Otherwise, we will just go right back lower and reject and go lower. Now we are seeing this exact same setup here on Ethereum, folks. Same thing on ETH. Ignore those red lines. Those are some previous levels that I was giving the communities. Same thing here, right? Ethereum finally broke above the 34 EMA. You can see it. It was battling it, excuse me, for about 4 or 5 days here. Finally broke above, right? Well, what needs to happen, right? It broke above here too, but there was no 8 EMA crossover and there's no pullback to confirm the support. That's what we need on Ethereum. So remember, all you need is your 34 EMA and your 8 EMA. So price action needs to pull back to the 34 EMA, hold the 34 EMA, meaning bullish candles open and close on the 34 EMA, and then you can trade ETH higher, or else it will just go lower. What I mean by is it needs to pull back and hold the 34 EMA, similar to right here when it broke out, pulled back and it held here the whole time, pulling back right here, pulling back to the 34 EMA. Yes, it did dip under here, but all I'm trying to show you is pull back to the 34 EMA and find support at the 34 EMA. Price action needs to have bullish candles at the 34 EMA for ETH to go higher. Otherwise, guys, we are just going to go lower. So I'm going to update the levels for you guys here. And I'm also going to include it in the video description. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just let us know in the Discord or just let us know in the comments. Thanks.